So I wake up this morning and I see a message, and it's Access Rattblood. Are you here, Rattblood?
And then you got people like Access, and then you got people like Access, and then you got people like Access.
I'm Access fucking Rattblood.
Access Rattblood, I see. All these Access people, I'm starting to get paranoid about that now. I don't know what to do with
it. And then you got people like Access, and then you got people like Access, and then you got people like Access.
Are you here, Rattblood?
I'm Access fucking Rattblood.
Access Rattblood. Most abundant and successful king hero that we are all sitting at this very moment. Are you willing to accept that as a truth? That you are a worthy man and that your penis is okay?
all these Access people, I'm starting to get paranoid about that now. All these Access people, I'm starting to get paranoid about that now.
Are you here, Rattblood? I'll just start throwing spells at you, conjuring demons and otherwise. Are you here, Rattblood? I'll just start throwing spells at you, conjuring demons and otherwise. Are you here, Rattblood? I'll just start throwing spells at you, conjuring demons and otherwise. Are you here, Rattblood?
Who the fuck is Access Rattblood?
I'm Access fucking Rattblood, bitch.
All these Access people, I'm starting to get paranoid about that now. I don't know what to do about it.
I'm Access fucking Rattblood. Good evening, friends and enemies of YouTube. This is the Access, and this is Rattblood Radio. The God Program. Religion is only a primitive concoction by man to command, suppress, and exploit others, to which only spiritually weak life forms succumb. The whole system needs to collapse. Control. Today, we're using more elaborate ways to program you and dumb you down. The God Program. Instead of waking up the populace, they're dumbing them down. The God Program. Today, they're using more elaborate ways to program you and dumb you down. The God Program. Instead of waking up the populace, they're dumbing them down. You're the problem. You're the one helping in holding up this hideous, false reality. The whole system needs to collapse. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. The whole system needs to collapse. Today, they're using more elaborate ways to program you and dumb you down. The God program. Instead of waking up the populace, they're dumbing them down. The God program. The whole system needs to collapse. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. The whole system needs to collapse. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. The whole system needs to collapse. You're the problem. You're the one helping and holding up this hideous false reality. The whole system needs to collapse. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. The whole system needs to collapse. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. Control. The whole system needs to collapse. Control. The whole system needs to collapse. Control. The whole system needs to collapse. Control. Control. The system needs to collapse. Today, they're using more elaborate ways to program you and dumb you down. The God program. Instead of waking up the populace, they're dumbing them down. The God program. You're the problem. You're the one helping and holding up this hideous false reality. Control.
The devil is in my mind. He creeps up from behind. Then he takes control. He guides my mortal soul. Demons laugh and play. My soul is where they stay. It only takes two, the devil and you. Demons laughing, devils laughing, churches thoughtless, raping, killing, hating, lying, stealing, evil, willing, fornicating, devils waiting somewhere in my head. The devil is in my mind. Look and you will find he jumped right in my soul. Now he has control. I do as he says. He dances in my head. It only takes two. The devil and you. Demons flapping, devils laughing, churches burning, Satan churning, pits of fire getting higher somewhere in my head. Thoughtless, raping, killing, hating, lying, stealing, evils willing, fornicating, devils waiting somewhere in my head. Demons flapping, devils laughing, churches burning, Satan churning, pits of fire getting higher somewhere in my head. Thoughtless, raping, killing, hating, lying, stealing, evils willing, fornicating, devils waiting somewhere in my head.
Poisoned by religion. Your mind is numb, your thoughts are cold. Poisoned by religion. By gods of new and gods of old. Poisoned by religion. A serpent spittle from days of old. Poisoned by religion. To which God did you sell your soul? Gods will come and gods will go. Poisoned by religion. That's the way they want you all. Poisoned by religion. Distorted truth won't save your soul. Poisoned by religion. Your life's deceived by strings of gold. Poisoned by religion. It's the end of time, so you've been told. Gods will come and gods will go. Question what you can't see. Question your reality. Poisoned by religion. Your mind is shut, your eyes are closed. Poisoned by religion. Blind faith is what you hold. Poisoned by religion. The gods you make are all you'll know. Poisoned by religion. The fear of hell imprisons your soul. Gods will come and gods will go. Poisoned by religion. Truth from pride, how will you know? Poisoned by religion. In a world of unclean souls. Poisoned by religion. Don't believe all you've been told. Poisoned by religion. To the temple and damn your soul.
respect of the Almighty. You speak blasphemy. Repent at once, child.
Hello, children of the metaverse. This is the Axis. And apparently today, to some indoctrinations, it could be a revelation. There's a peculiar thing about becoming dedicated to a belief system and the profound effects that it has on people. Even from general Christian religion to mystery school teaching. I've noticed that throughout history, there were certain times that various, we'll call them systems of faith or an insight to maybe a perspective of a higher sense of being and how that's communicated across with individuals being within the human race. And it seems at times that this served a form and a function. And people endeavored into it with a sense of personal communication with whether it be a deity or deities or whatever lies beyond, which is absolutely fine if it's utilized as a personal sense of understanding and communication. But when that particular system begins to control you and you become a slave to it, then your personal identity is completely slain and gone. And these are the people that we try to keep away from mystery teachings. And we deliver them over to such organizations as Christianity, Hinduism, Satanism. Those people need their indoctrination because their indoctrination needs them. And I understand this, and sometimes I give a little more leniency to mystery school teaching than those who have a grasp of it, just because they seem to be more receptive to information. But I've found that now is a folly and a fallacy. Even those that have a concept or a grasp of mystery school teaching have seemingly allowed it to become a badge of honor, position. I just call it indoctrination. Indoctrination has them. They do not have a grasp whatsoever on it. And I went through a period of that, especially when I was into, Wicca and mysticism, Satanism. There was a time that I wore that as a badge, but having a broader understanding now as an omnius, it's just a depository and a resource of information. The true communication that I have with anything that is divinely higher than myself is a system of understanding. First, I must understand the nature of what it is that I'm choosing to call divine. And that is something that has performed an act that is so far removed from what I'm capable of doing that I can only stand in awe and catch a glimpse or the hope that maybe there's some type of communication, such as the creator of this plane of existence and planes beyond. And I have to remove myself sometimes to get a perspective of my personal endeavors into this and where they began and where they are now. And retain a non-biased approach as an omnius to this. And these endeavors are going to continue. And I now see this interaction in the metaverse here as being an art form now. It is a skill to be mastered or at least proficient at. And those that are indoctrinated and controlled by their indoctrination, whether it be metaphysical, general Abrahamic, or even fringe, that is absolutely fine. But I'm taking personal perspective that if you're going to display such a thing, then prepare to be tore down by that exact same thing. Because I'm very secure in my position of observation. And that's what it is, observation, some learned experience. That's just because I'm not here for thousands of years. But I have to now take a new retrospect on my endeavors. And I can no longer see this as a innovative move in sharing information as far as my songs and my understanding of frequencies, and vibrations, and the work that I do, which I will share, but I will no longer be able to entertain um, any type of speculatory idealism on a faith or a belief that does not come across with rational and composed behavior, because to me that is the adversary's playground, the idle mind, or the one who has become controlled by their belief system or their indoctrination, rather than using it as a way of communicating with a more divine and higher aspect of that which seems to be very relevant and um, has an effect within this particular realm, because seemingly it had a hand in creating it. And that's what I like to consider the great programmer, the grand architect, the universal mind, the is, that which is beyond our perception. And that's why my endeavors into hyperdimensional mathematics came into play. It's a realm of the unseen within the seen. And I kind of think there's an approach to understanding your communications with a more divine um, entity that can be found there. And today, many people's resolve will be tested. Many people's endeavors into their existence, as they call their spiritual existence or their spiritual endeavors, just because of the nature of what is propagated with the solar eclipse, the luminaries, and the alignment of planets, and the influence of comets, and man's taboos, stigmatas, superstitions, and chosen indoctrination and belief. Instead of understanding that either it's going to affect you or you're going to allow this to be a situation where you begin an endeavor into a more broad comprehension and scale of the workings of not only the heavenly bodies, but how they affect us as a species. So I'm kind of curious and will be very observant today of my localized surroundings and how people conduct themselves. I think this is food for reserved and recallable information. In the past, they would have probably have written this on a cave wall or inscribed it in a temple somewhere, wrote it on a parchment. And by its nature alone, those who are less minded and aren't quite as analytical would probably become a slave to this information, seeing it as highly divine or esoteric, when in actuality, it's just another form of information. And I think it should be received that way, with an unbiased and an energy that you allow to it, not the energy that it has to offer as control, limitation, or indoctrination. Ah, today will be quite the endeavor, and I definitely plan on documenting today. I may turn it into a video later. I'm not sure, but the potential's there. Potential for so many things today. but I'm not going to apply anything to it because I think that that has already happened um, through past generations, and they probably had a much more broad understanding of what the implications of this is. I'd like to welcome everybody in the chat. Um, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it, and I hope that through this endeavor, before I embark on my journey today, um, we could share some time together. Maybe a little insight on personal observation, um, or even a state of awareness that you've achieved from this, because I know I've grown from this. I have been affected by it. My environment has been affected by it. And it is now, to me, a factual situation that there is a profoundness to this, quite the profoundness. And for those who go with blind eyes and do not see that which is in front of you, um, carry on, because you have no business here. Um, I would like to take this as an understanding, a learning of something that we as a species are very fortunate to experience in this lifetime. Apparently, these events don't happen every day. And the profoundness of it that seems to have been in the past, but correlated to this event, you know, I'm just absolutely fascinated. And I'm also honored and privileged that whatever hand that wields the nature of synchronicity has allowed us to be part of this, to experience it. And I almost have to give a moment of profound silence that I was given such a gift to be able to experience this. And I hope that everyone takes this as an experience to grow and understand that the stigmatas, um, indoctrination, and belief systems will become evident as to whether they have control of you or whether you're in control of it by the way that you conduct yourself within the midst of this solar eclipse and the energies and the environmental stimulus that you're going to be going through. And post influence and cause and effect from this. So in these endeavors, I'm going to embark, and I hope we can share a journey today. And I hope in the post perspective of this that we have lots to share together, and that your mind was at least mature enough to take this situation and this wonderful chance and experience at what is happening in the heavens above us. And we can grow together and share a shared observation that only perspective and only true understanding can bring about. And with that, I'm going to play a song here while I adjust my state of mind and get myself prepared for the day. And this is unbiased little song. It just kind of gives you an insightful nature of the obviously unseen energies and geometry that lies just underneath the surface. An interesting perspective on particular observation is, I think it's a desperate cry within some people to want to know the mind of God. And if they ever endeavor into some type of slightly profound experience, um, they tend to place a lot of energy into it because I think that a profound experience contains an incredible amount of energy, more so than commonly experienced. And they react in such a way that this becomes the source of their motivation. Um, some people, it's with a near death experience. Some people, it's with car crashes, close calls, and they have this seemingly profound moment that brings them into a state of self reflective understanding and a higher sense of um, they apply it spiritual for whatever that actually implicates and implies. Some people take it as, you know, a life changing event. You know, but I I think it's something that can be tapped into and experienced more than once. It's just got to let go of the original event and accept it for what it is, and know that you are now uh, open and receptive to these new types of possibilities that we call profound events. And instead of becoming overwhelmed by that original profound event, you utilize it as a resource, retrievable information. And instead of allowing that to be the only one that you ever experience, allow yourself to know that those possibilities are open to you now. And that the profoundness of what that one event done opened you up as a conduit to be able to experience these extremely heightened um, awarenesses. Some people do ayahuasca, DMT, um, even THC, opioids, you know, coca, whatever. Those are temporarily sustaining states that bring on a profoundness. Many spiritual experiences have been achieved through the use of these things. And with or without them, once you've had that profound experience, there are more to be had. Don't hold that one profound experience as being the be all end all of experiences. Each experience should be life changing and embraced. Each experience is a growth, a lesson, an understanding, a deeper insight. Only you will set the limitations up for that. And only you will determine whether you were in control of you during that situation to experience it and move beyond it for more experiences of that nature, or whether it controlled you. And from that, you've identified yourself and can no longer receive profound things that seem to be just beyond our sight, written within the great is, the all, the cosmic mind, and the communication that originally spirituality was based on. And it was very sacred and personal. And as I see these people today with technology and the state of our species and relativity to spirituality and technology, I do the best to endeavor to bring a correlation of the two together. I don't think there's as much separation between the two as one would actually come to think. I've had some pretty profound moments in the metaverse and pretty profound exchanges of energy, information, um, which have been continual. It wasn't something that happened that I based myself on and said, this is the be all end all of my profound experiences, not only in life, but in my endeavors. Because I have now decided that, as with my music and various other endeavors and skill sets that I chose to take on in life, um, this this is a type of art. This is a privilege, and for those that think that information is a right, you're wrong. Information is a privilege. No one has to share information with you, and no one is obligated to. And for you to feel that you are obligated to this information and that you have the right to it, I am here to inform you that you don't. People will volunteer information as a courtesy. And to the humble, they will understand that. To those that are seeking a advanced agenda or movement for their own individual needs, wants, or application beyond the spectrum of a shared information, that's why we keep that stuff from them. You know, there are those that need to be kept away from such things. And I'm going to turn this particular hosting to a new learned set of art, skills, a tool, and I'm going to have to apply a discipline to it like I did with learning music, even learning how to drive a car, or learning how to conduct myself transcendentally amongst um, people that I engage with. So I hope that that's a deeper in insight on a growth. You know, I suppose when I first started developing a set of skills in general uh, living, you know, outside of before, even before technology became available, and before I developed an understanding and a discipline with it, um, it's kind of like having a new toy, and it is. It's a kind of an incredible, you know, toy. Best I can compare it to is when you were younger, you got your first radio that was personally yours. You played your music on it, and you kind of had people that gravitated towards your type of music because it was your radio, and you played the sounds that were pleasant to you. And whenever they come out with the videotape recorder for the television, I don't imagine you endeavored to the video store to pick up a bunch of movies that you didn't want to see. And I'm sure these were shared experiences when you would watch a movie that maybe you had a few friends over. And even with that, I've watched the development of people analyzing and finding meaning in this media of movies and the profoundness of certain words that are spoke within the lines of lyrics that have some type of um, profoundness to them, not your average, such as the effects that Pink Floyd has on me, um, which is an incredible effect. When I listen to that music, I really take a deep introspective look into the development of what I was to what I'm becoming. And this is just another art form to be mastered or at least become proficient at. And I hope that that information there is seeded and allows people a better understanding that, yeah, you got your first radio or you got your first adventure and taste into social media. And it's natural for you to want to play the things that you want to hear because that's what you got your first radio for. You didn't have to listen to your mom and dad's music anymore. And you weren't being fed mom and dad's music or talk radio or a channel or a station that you didn't want to hear. And you felt this calling within you that music, it seemed to call you. And when you got hold of that first radio and you could tune in your own station, and some that were fortunate enough to have the ability to get cassette tapes, and that's aging myself, is you listen to what you liked. And you wouldn't, on a general census, tune into stations that you didn't want to hear. You didn't throw in cassette tapes that you didn't want to hear. And now that I've become understanding of the relativity between what a radio was to us all at one time, well, this is kind of what social media on this platform is turned into. And so I must understand from a perspective that people are only going to play the music that they want to hear. And their repertoire of music is only going to be music that they enjoy listening to. And on rare occasion, you may run into that station that has that late night show in the wee hours of the weekend that played something just a little different. And though it was just underneath the surface, as you endeavored into music and the enjoyment of sound throughout the week, that particular little show lied in wait on the weekend. And it was that morsel, that venture into a new and experienced type of sound, whether it be the playing of local bands on a premiere channel late at night, whether it be the AM talk shows that transpired, or some of the more interesting and bizarre channels that played such things that were not generally and commonly played during commercial hours, and that you didn't choose to place a tape of your choosing in. Dr. Demento being one of the more influential connoisseurs of such a bizarre take on commercial radio and the wee hours that he was given. And the Art Bell show, when it was given over to social media and the more fringe takes on things that were a rarity. And these were rare little treats, comforts that we were able to embark on and experience. And with any insightful endeavor, that's where I'm going to start with my interaction with social media as being a new set of skills, an art. And anyone who embarks and endeavors upon this journey with me, I hope it is fruitful. And I hope that you grow and you understand that there's no difference between social media and sharing your radio or individualizing your radio. That choice is entirely up to you. And with that, I wrote a song that was an introspective look on myself and my development. And this is a very personal song. And I would like to share it with you guys. This one means a lot to me. Thank you.
The rest of my mind, step into yourself to see what you can find. There is naked truth I cannot hide. I reflect your face in mine. The movement of a dream inside my head, the things I have seen that have been left unsaid, what is soon to be. The vision is not dead through space and time, somewhere in my mind. Are the spoken words to dust, time in the past. It gives to rest, the vision is retained. Deep inside my head, I'm still alive. The vision is not dead.
night for me. Are you there, brother?
What's up, Axis? How's everything going today?
Refreshingly new. You know, I like to start each day with a fresh palate. And even though some things tend to make themselves painfully continual and persistent into the next following day, I do the best to wake up with a clean slate and a fresh mind. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm trying to do that more. Excuse me. Like I woke up today and immediately started thinking about the future and worrying and shit. And I told myself I gotta cut that out. Just worry about today and don't think about try not to stress nothing. Like just let it all go.
And I believe with that type of thinking that you retain a type of resilience. I don't believe that you age as quick whenever you let go of things. I think the energy that is contained within memory and thought, and the profoundness that you have with overwhelmingness and flood of information when you wake up, it stresses the body and the mind. And some people just don't have the set of tools to wake up with that fresh uh, observation and introspective freedom of letting go. So I can appreciate that, Charles. Absolutely.
I
Good
remember
to
how
see
it
you
is
this
to be
morning.
at peace. To be at true peace. There was a time in my life where nothing would bother me. You know, it's like I know how it is. I've been there, so it's like I need that. I need to get that back.
I think that you're right, Charles. I think a lot of people, and including myself, you know, it's a part of growth that is easily taken somehow. 1 minute we got it, and we're walking in such a harmonized, peaceful way, and then it seems that before we know it, here comes the problem of the day or the week, or those who have implemented themselves into your life's endeavor, and we lose sight of that peace over the course of time. And I think that comes with when we go to bed carrying hostilities and angers and concerns and worries, and then you wake up to those same concerns and worries, and it stifles a sense of inner peace that when you're walking in that synchronicity and profoundness, you can retroflect back and go, man, I would love to feel as peaceful as I did then. And I think you can, Charles. I think you really can. As long as you have the ability to relinquish it. Don't carry it. Don't take it with you. It's just a learned lesson. It's just people trying to steal your energy, people trying to guide your personal experience here in this plane of existence. And I think with you, Charles, it's going to come with discipline, from my observation. I know you're very, very understanding about people's insights and observations, and you love to share that. And the thing that I've seen is it's affected as a content and a platform operator your channel. And that's why I said I'm going to take this on as an art. Before this was an experience, a social media endeavor into a new realm of sharing with people that I felt in common with. But there's a responsibility and a type of art to being a broadcaster. What do you think of that, Charles? What do you, I mean, you have such a free flowing, almost as if a guitarist first picked up a guitar and decided to start playing. And he just kind of makes sounds and allows anyone to teach them any type of chord or, song until you become more refined. Go ahead, Charles. I'm sorry.
Master something, you have to look at it from every angle. But I treat everything like an art, or yeah, like it's like a game of chess, or well, not necessarily. Yeah, game of chess, some art. I try to give what I'm doing my all. It's actually not that
Well,
easy running a channel.
No, it's not. That's why I've observed you, and the platform that you offer, and I've noticed at times that you become caught within the indifference of people's beliefs or their personas, or even with me. You've been receptive, and I've also accepted and now understand your channel a lot better and what you have to offer personally. And I'm more interested, Charles, in what message you have to offer yourself. The architecture and the pictures that you present and your fascination with them, I think that should be the prevailing uh, course of direction that you take. That's why I offered to place them into music and video for you. But that's just speculation on my part and what I received from you. What direction do you want to take with your channel as an artist?
That's a good question. I don't
All I
know
can do
yet.
is offer.
I want to do something that no one else is doing. I know that. I always want to be unique, but I don't know what I want to do. That's a real good question. I've never really gave it too much thought. As I do these live streams, I just go with the flow. I've learned, even when I title them, I've learned that, I just go with the flow. Because when I title stuff, it usually never works out that way. But I do want to get more artistic with videos and get back into creating more. I want to get this computer I have. I think I need a Windows disk to reboot it. The one I showed you. I think I showed you.
Yeah, we would have to talk behind the scenes about that, but most certainly. Carry on, Charles.
I want a program to kind of like ODD TV, the way he would create his own like videos. That create my own content, instead of using other people's visuals and getting copyright. I could copyright my own stuff.
Well, upon listening to your channel and I kind of tuned into you yesterday as I was trying to get some rest and a little introspective look on myself. I just kind of let your message, not anyone else's, just Charles, because you seem to be a very likable character in this community, and I've got no issues with you. I think that you're just kind of a kind of a raw energy and almost like a brand new student to music. And you're looking for any type of information to be able to play your instrument proficiently. And I admire that. And you do have the personification for it. That's why, I would love to endeavor with you.
I am like a new student. It's crazy. Even though I've been writing music since I was 13, the first time, or 12, I picked up a pen and pad and started expressing myself. But through all the years, I don't even know what bars are. They say 16 bars. Never was taught how to count bars, or there's so much I don't know that I want to know. And not just music, even the art of editing and overlaying. Like, I'm catching on to how NASA and all these people overlay CGI and real footage. I see how they blend it together and they're overlaying video. And not a lot of people even know you can overlay CGI and real footage and blend it. I showed a video yesterday of what's that other place, like NASA, the other space place,
Well,
SpaceX or whatever. They launch a rocket. It looks so fake. That's fake. You could even tell by the smoke.
I noticed that you do like the visual aspect of your content that comes up with the pictures. And I am aware that your endeavors into music is a spiritual kind of expression of your own personal ideals. And if you want to put your email in the back chat, I will send you some programs that will assist you. And,
all right.
But I prefer that you do not share them with anyone. You take them for what they are, apply them to your endeavors in music and video creating, and they're a personal gift. They're not to be shared with anyone. Yeah, not a problem, Charles. And if you have any questions, you'll have my email, and we can kind of share back and forth, and even potentially work on a couple projects together. Share them equally on our channels, which is something that would be a new endeavor, is two platform operators coming together and creating something new and informative, or even entertaining, and sharing it in a positive way between platform operators. And instead of just hoarding the content and making it a personal sense of ego, share it, develop it with this, and who knows where that could lead to, Charles. You get 7 or 8 content creators working on one positive endeavor, an informative or entertainment ideal, and they bring it to audio and video, you're going to reach more people because it's shared. And isn't that what your endeavors into music is, to share?
Yeah, I want to do more of my music. The music I play are just rough drafts. And I really haven't been working on my music in the last month. I'm slacking a lot, but I have to stop being. People are letting me down. I'm supposed to put songs together, and people were talking the talk about making music with me, but the people backed out except Stir Drop. He's the only one that actually did what he said he was going to do. But
Well, Charles,
it'll
I
get
wouldn't
done.
have offered if I wasn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have offered if I wasn't going to follow through. I don't know if you booked the videos, but my earlier pursuits into music were very fruitful, and I was able to make a career of it. And I still, write music and post videos with music. And as I was watching you um, pull up this architecture, and you were showing it, and in my mind, I was putting music to it as you were showing it, and I thought, wow, what a way to interact with another content creator. Not that I'm engaged in, yeah, I, I'm definitely not, yeah, welcome, Maggot. I'm definitely not into to rap, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to condemn it for your sake. You know, um, I am versatile enough in music as an accomplished musician to maybe help you along your way, man. And I'm going to send you some programs, like I said, that are going to be very fruitful to you. And whether I'm there or not, to assist you in the development of making this music, because you will become able to make entire music out of this. It's not only a it's not only a live multi-track recording program, but you can also record your own sounds and create small character loops out of them. And I will send you also um, some pre-recorded loops and beats that you can just plug a mic into your laptop or your computer and use a little VST or a plug-in and get the type of effect you would like and create some Charles Was music. It's very easy operated, very easy interfaced with. So I think you'll enjoy it. I have noticed though that even people like to talk a big game, you know, but what you need to look at, Charles, when you put your hand out and you expect someone to take it, look at the content on their channel. Look at what they're giving, and if they've got nothing up for content in the music department, then I probably wouldn't put too much faith in the fact that they're going to help you advance yourself. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Mhm. Also, sometimes it's tough, like when people. I feel like I don't know. I think sometimes people want to test me to see how far they can push me, but I stay quiet. As much as I want to lash out, I'm training myself to ignore it and stay balanced. Hold on, someone's at the door.
Well, Charles, if it's any constellation, I need to grow in that department too. I think we part of the development of using this medium as an art, and instead of just taking on the fact that for granted you have this amazing ability to transmit information, and it was right in front of me the whole time. If I'm going to put my music on my platform and I'm going to come across with some of my philosophies or my ideals or my observations, then I should probably conduct myself in a professional manner that I did with, the entertainment industry, and apply it as an art.
Oh, where did I leave
Yes,
off?
Pam. Yes.
You get a
Yeah.
lot
And
of people that. Oh no, go ahead.
go
Sorry,
ahead.
Axis.
No, you're fine, Charles. I enjoy having you up here today. This is quite a profound day to have yourself on this particular plane of existence, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'm just disappointed that. Well, anyway, what I was saying was people like to disturb for the most part. I mean, I pretty much got rid of trolls and stuff. There's just a couple people that come by and they like to disrupt and press my buttons. And I'm not saying I'm He-Man or nothing, but people don't want me to lash out. You know, I just sit back and will let someone hang themselves. That's about it. I'm not gonna put my energy into it. I'm gonna let a person, just expose themselves enough to where they hang themselves, and I just don't let them up no more.
Well, here's an interesting endeavor, Charles, that um, I'll present this to you. There used to be a thing called in the pre-industry music industry called MRF, the Musicians Relief Fund, and you would donate instruments or unused equipment to, and they would help developing artists that couldn't afford to buy their own equipment. And they also had a support group, and these were different bands that would double up on a particular venue so that they had an opening act and a headliner. And there was a whole network of people outside of the industry working together, and sometimes even not seen. That was a utility and a resource for up and coming artists and developing artists. And constructively, anything that you have in common with another content creator or platform operator could be a shared endeavor. And I've seen this work, in pre-music industry, and I've seen how it's assisted many artists. As long as you keep a constructive understanding that, you know, there are those out there that, would rather break an instrument than to listen to one. But it seems to be a good ground to doing networking, from channel platform to channel platform, and mutual endeavors on the artistic aspect of what this particular media has to offer. How you feel about that, Charles?
I was listening, but I caught some of the I missed some of the ending part. First, got to find
I,
a better platform.
go ahead.
Like,
No. That's not necessarily true, Charles. I know and take this for what you will. Even in general um, society, there are certain ways that you have to conduct yourself in that society. And to a musician, if it wasn't for the development of this particular culture and the way it has come across in its development, we wouldn't have giant venues and we wouldn't have the audiences that we have and the fan bases that we have as professional artists. And to me, that's something positive that this society had to offer is they would advertise and give an artist a place to perform that, not even the hundreds, but the thousands could come and listen to an individual or individuals' musical expression. And I see that as a positive. But you don't go to a concert, you know, with your gun and your knife on you and expect not to receive some type of security check. And it's the safety protocol to keep the artist from being potentially deleted by someone who either was overzealous as a fan or potentially contemptuous of you. A good look at this is Dimebag Daryl.
Huh. It's just
What
some
a
of
tragic.
I love YouTube, don't get me wrong. I love the way, I'm used to using their platform. Just ever since, that whole situation they had with the courts and all that, they seem to have really went overboard with certain things because people were speaking their perspective. They must have really hit some buttons that were really, it was really disturbing the government enough to tell them, look, you better lay down some laws because this is getting out of hand. People are figuring too much out.
What is your platform listed under? Mine is entertainment.
I didn't even know.
You should check that.
Yeah. I don't think I ever put in. It might be entertainment too, if anything, but I'm not going to check.
Well, Charles, I found that some of the ideals that I've put across into music, YouTube hasn't paid one bit of attention to. They were more interested in the fact that I had copyrights to this and that I was seemingly infringing on my own copyright, which is a type of protection for me. And they're trying to secure me as an artist to make sure that I get my just due in finance,
So
and
all your
return.
stuff's copied. Excuse me. You have
Some of it,
an
not
LLC.
No. I'm not an LLC. I'm sole proprietor now. I'm not with a corporation, and I'm not looking to expand myself. And I'm
How
not
do
definitely
you
not
copyright your
looking.
stuff? What is that called? Like when you copyright your lyrics and your music. How do you go about doing that?
Well, I have forms, and you can get forms off of the internet for documented personal copyright of material, and
I
you
want
fill
to
the
do that
form
at some
out,
point. Okay.
and you have to put down the structure, the lyrics, sometimes the development, definitely the
Wow.
date, your name, and you turn it into a product at that point in time, and a protected product. And then I use snail mail. I do not send anything, because it's not They send you you can get the actual forms, or you can print the forms off. And then once you submit it in, and they've made sure that, it is all yours, it is all original, and that you haven't plagiarized or infringed on anybody else's music or copyright, then you pay a small fee. And as a sole proprietor, you're able to market that particular piece that you've done, and
How,
you can get gain from it, financial gain.
how like I always wondered this copyright and lyrics and stuff. Like, if somebody says the house is burning down, right, in the lyrics, and they copyright it, and you say the house is burning down, you have to pay that guy that said the house is burning down. Are they gonna hit you with a copyright for saying that? Just that?
No, you have to be aware of the nature of it being recorded. Okay, if it was recorded in a particular way, and that particular procedure was copyrighted, and that particular sound and that particular projection of whatever that particular phrase was, now is a marketable item. You can still say those words, and you can get away with live performances of playing anybody's copyrighted material on stage. It's when you prosper from it, it's when you start to make money from it, that it becomes an issue. Or whenever you plagiarize somebody's catchphrase or an image. And in the metaverse, it's kind of tricky, because you have such a wide range of mediums that can be licensed. So I find it best to create your own original endeavors.
Yeah, Pam said she files copyright in the chat. She said and YouTube takes it serious.
Yes, they do.
I'm not too happy with them right now. Of what they did, locked me out of my channel.
But how is
Kind of
their
my
behavior?
fault. I shouldn't have never said anything.
See, if you want to survive in the music industry, Charles, there's A&R, there's
a lot of
road
politics
managers.
too.
Well, it's not even about the politics. It's about them grooming you into being a marketable item. And when you choose to cater yourself as a marketable item because you want people to hear your music or your message, then expect that you're going to have, when you sign that contract, a bunch of professionals that'll come in to make sure that you maintain your position as a marketable item and you don't do things that could be detrimental to your career. And some people call them handlers, some people call them artist relations, and you'll go through different types of etiquette training and schooling, and they will critique you. And you can be defiant of it to the end, but you're only hurting yourself with that if you truly want to reach the masses. You understand what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. I gotta jump off here in a minute. I was supposed to start it live 10 minutes ago, but it's all right.
No, that's okay. I appreciated having you up here, Charles. And
what time you have court
recorded,
today? It'll go all
it's going
right.
to be between. Yeah, it'll be about one. I don't even want to discuss it. I don't want to go there, and I'm just going to allow it to take its way, and whatever is to be,
It'll work out.
I'm sure that is what will be. I appreciate the positive reinforcement, Charles, and you're always welcome here. And I will try, if not before, my endeavors out into the world today, at least after that, to email you these programs because it's very easy for me to do. And I hope
Yeah,
that it helps you along the way, man.
I appreciate it. Did you get the email? And
Yeah,
excuse
it's
me,
in
I
the
put
back
it in the
chat.
back. I
Yes,
appreciate it, Axis, and
absolutely.
I might share your live stream on my live. I don't know what I have planned yet, but I
Well,
appreciate you letting me come up, and peace to everyone.
absolutely. I'm not sure how long because I do have endeavors today, but thank you, Charles. Thank you for showing up and thank you for being a part of the panel, man. I look forward to future endeavors.
All right, Axis, peace to everyone. And if you feel like coming by, Axis, I'll be live. If you're not, before you have to do what you have to do. But yeah,
Right.
peace to everyone. Have a
Thanks
great
for the
day.
offer, Charles. Okay. Awesome. Charles I recommend his channel, and he's quite the individual, and he's developing, as same as I am, and it's always a pleasure to have him. I'm going to have to take care of myself for a minute and get some refreshments, and I will stay on here until my assistant comes, and at that point I will shut it down because I do have endeavors today, but I wanted to make an appearance today and possibly this evening. I feel that today is a highly transitional day and the potentials are endless. So with that, I'm going to share a piece of music, one that has aided me in my ability to get some sleep here recently. So enjoy. Okay. And yeah, I did manage to get some sleep. Um, I intended to do a broadcast last night, but I figured I'd better prepare myself for the great solar eclipse. And I rested myself up, got a fresh perspective on things, and seem to be well versed and ready to take on the day, whatever that may hold. Um, what are you doing personally today? How are you endeavoring into this change, um, the solar eclipse? Is this a moment of profoundness, or okay, wonderful. Okay, greetings, Pam. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I just wanted to pop on, say hello, show support, thinking of you. Hope today goes well, that kind of thing.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you. It's something that I am going to document, whether I put it to music or whether I just bring it to the platform. I think that somewhere in between the lines, there's a valuable uh, message, and though it's gained relativity to me, it might help somebody along the way to, give them an insight and a way to deal with extreme situations, environmentally and even personally.
Oh, that
What are your
sounds
plans for today?
well, that sounds like a good way to alchemize or transmute that. I'm going to stay close to home today and just kind of keep an eye on things. I'll go out and like watch, like look at the scenery around me. I won't be looking at the sun directly, but and I'll catch a couple of. I think London's going live later today, so I'll catch
All
that. But I'm
right,
just gonna take it easy and just kind of create the vibe that I want to create. You know.
awesome, awesome. Um, I look forward to especially discussing this after it's reached its zenith and has virtually had its just due on whatever they're going to do with it, and being able to observe how it affected us and the people around us. It does have an effect, and I think once it's over with, some people are going to be left standing dusty mouth. Um, some are going to be left profoundly disappointed, and some going to absolutely look at this as a wonderful transition and situation where they got to experience something that we are lucky enough to be able to experience. So, tomorrow's broadcast may be the most profound one that I ever have, or just one to be shared.
Right?
Either way, yeah.
That's what I was
Are
thinking
you,
too, is like today's gonna be awesome, but I'm like, it's the tomorrow I had joked around about because I had a stream about the eclipse before, and I had joked around on that it was probably gonna be another day with some beautiful celestial phenomenon, and I said I'm gonna have a "We Survived the Eclipse" stream, because the energy around that is crazy. So I'm still thinking about doing that, just depending on what happens, because you never know. The powers that
right.
be never waste a good crisis. So we don't know what's going to happen today. So
I will tell you one that I am looking forward to today, and I will definitely, once you get your live stream up, I will post that as definitely on my community and shared post. Um, my adopted daughter is coming up today to go to this particular judicial event, and
Oh
I have
wow.
not seen her in almost 15 years.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Who knew? I got the
Yeah.
information last night. Me and my mom, we got together yesterday because she's going to be present and accounted for today, and we went out and had dinner together. And she said, your daughter Lacey is coming up for the court uh, for the trial today. I said, no, I didn't. And immediately I got goosebumps. And she's bringing her life partner with her, and I haven't seen her in 15 years.
You got all this
I,
support coming out of the woodwork. That's so beautiful.
yeah, it was at the exact time and at the exact place, just in time to keep me from becoming so self-consumed with applied energies that I chose to buy into. And when I changed my perspective on it, with the help of even you, Pam, you contributed to. You're a very supportive person. Thank you. Thank you. Um, the minute I changed my perspective on it, all of a sudden my mom's like, would you like to go out to dinner before the court case? And that's why she was wanting to go out to dinner, is to break the news. You
Oh
get to
wow,
see
that's
your adopted daughter.
awesome. I'm so happy for you. I keep telling you everything's gonna be okay. I know it involves you, but it's bigger than you and it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I am so excited. I mean,
Yeah.
eclipse aside and events aside, I mean, I'm left speechless. I haven't seen her in 15 years, and
That's amazing.
yeah, yeah, I'm really excited. So I got to get myself, kind of presentable today.
Well, I'm not gonna keep
Kind of.
you too long. I just wanted to like pop on and like and show up, you know?
I appreciate it, Pam. Any time that you show up, you bring such a warmth and a resonance, and your support for my endeavors and even my personal well-being have been above and beyond the call of duty. You are amazing, Pam, and without you yesterday, and your support and your insight, the potential for harm was there. And much love to you, all love to you. And I thank you, Pam. I thank you for being here yesterday and being here today. And I look forward to seeing you after this is all over with tomorrow.
I know I'm definitely going to be around. Like the people I show up for, and there's a resonance and a kinship, and I feel the same resonance with Dom. I feel the same resonance with Max and like a lot of people here. And so, I'm here for you. With that being said, I know you got a busy day ahead, so I don't want to keep you. I know I've got a lot going on here too. My partner's fixing to leave for the day, but much love, and you're in my thoughts.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you. And may your day be wonderful and blessed.
And I'll be looking out for a stream later when you pop on. I might be in bed or something, but I'll be on in the morning.
Absolutely, Pam. And the minute you get yours up, I'm excited to see it. I think that we're all going to be profoundly struck by this. So thank you,
Yeah.
Pam. Thank you. And
Have a
have a
great day with
wonderful,
your
wonderful
adopted
afternoon.
daughter.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Don't just focus on that. Everything's going to be good today. Much love.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you. Pamela's Mystical Musings. Definitely an endeavor into uh, personal development. I suggest if you have not experienced her channel and you have not had any experience with her, there's a lot to be discovered. She's an incredible person and she displays it. Yeah, I was hit with that news and wonderful warm situations yesterday, and it seems that whatever is controlling the great universal mind applied its hand and took control of the situation. And before it turned into one of potential devastation, it was turned into one of symmetry and happiness, growth, development, and unexpected turn of events that transpired out of the blue. So let that be an observation that sometimes the unseen or the unknown holds beautiful and wonderful unexpected gifts, as turbulent as the situation or the environment may be. And that was a very powerful lesson, along with many that I've had throughout my journeys through this particular life. And what was seemingly a day of great woes and potentials has turned into a day of amazement and intrigue and contentment. I'm happy that I got to share with you guys this morning. I do have an endeavor to embark on today and many fascinations. I'm curious. I will be documenting and I will be sharing my ventures into the solar eclipse and the profoundness that it has to offer. And I think everyone who showed up here, I think everybody who's participated in the chat, you're always wonderful people. Maggot, Don, Pamela, much props, all love. Even the lurkers, and naturally, if you have the time, when I shut this down, Charles has started his stream, I'm sure, and the Michigander. Props to you. And let's turn this into a beautiful endeavor instead of allowing it to control and guide us into some type of unwanted sense of limitation. And on that, I'm going to play a particular piece of music that I'm going to start my day off with. And then I will probably end the stream and embark. Thank you all. Thank you all. Without you, this doesn't happen. All love. And this is Access South.
And you might think, well, maybe people who have deprived and traumatic upbringings use that experience in their creative work. The passions that they feel and the horrors that they have experienced emerge in the music. Between genius and madness. Between genius and madness. Now, if we look at some of the great geniuses in the past, a number of them seem to have gone mad in their mature years. That bipolar mood disorder overlaps with schizophrenia. Madness and creativity. That bipolar mood disorder overlaps with schizophrenia. Madness and creativity. A bit like somebody on an acid trip. 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 Now, what is it that links genius and madness? Particularly music. Now, what is it that links genius and madness? Particularly music.
Presentable for court. And